Looks like one of our development parts didn't fare too well in testing. I've put it on hold for now. You can restart work from the laptop. We're going to have to go back now and make some adjustments in order to get the final numbers looking more like we were expecting from the simulation.
Some things just aren't meant to be. But hello guys, welcome to the finale of F1 2017 Career Mode, episode 22, no less. It's disappointing about the undertrade, but hey ho. Our main focus was on the engine and we've managed to prove that this season. Anyway, towards the end of Q1, what can we do? We go P5 provisionally and that eventually takes us to P9. Strangely though, Fernando is doing better than us. Bear in mind, this was a track in 2016 on the game where the air were rather powered, so I haven't really done a race around here before competitively, as we do an option tyre run in Q2, so I wasn't quite sure where the pace was, but enough for P6 in Q2. Now, this is 103 difficulty, if you're just wondering, by the way, because I'm a bit of a noob, and I don't play this game competitively, so I wasn't going to go the full 110, maybe if I start taking up league racing, but that's in the future. Anyway, to Q3 now, where we've got two sets of qualities to be using. And what we're going to do on our first set as we head towards turn 29. Nicely under power, maybe too much under power. That puts us P4 for now, ahead of Verstappen, so quicker than the Red Bulls. That's going to be lovely jubbly if true. Anyway, time for the final lap now in Q3. Let's see what this McLaren Honda, the upgraded McLaren Honda with many more VTECs, can do. Okay, that's very decent. Best of the rest behind the big two teams. Ricardo got knocked out in Q2, forgot to mention, trying the option tyre strategy. Anyway, it's time for the race. We're not going to look at the mini goals, no point anymore.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and a McLaren alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Verstappen, Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg, and Raikkonen, Ocon, Palmer, Magnussen, and Roman Grosjean. Bottas, Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, and Kvyat, Ericsson, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo, and Pascal Wehrlein. Stroll and Felipe Massa completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Our strategy for the rest will be option quali, because we have a fresh set left. Thanks to our... because we're taking a balanced strategy this time rather than going for harder, which is what I normally do because it'd be nubby. It's not quite like Russia and Monaco, where you want quali. And I'm not exactly wanting to use the prime here, so balance was going to be the way I was going to go. So I don't want to be stockpiling on qualies, but equally, I don't really need that many harder tyres. So that was my thinking. Anyway, we have the best chance of the golden goose because a lot of the big runners, apart from Vettel, have penalties, and we've got an option tyre strategy which could help. So here come the lights now. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. And we are going Abu Dhabi for the finale of F1 2017 career mode. And we're talking about slipstream as we head down towards turn. We're going to take a look in. We barge him and we managed to take the lead. That was a little rude, I do admit, but you've got to try. It was probably the only chance I was going to have of taking the lead here as we head through 3 now, 3, 4. Now heading towards the 5-6 chicane. Now it's on the race for Verstappen behind us. So the 2 cars that went through Q2 and option tyres are now 1-2 in the race. Because he also didn't take penalties. Raikkonen didn't either. It was mainly the Mercedes, but hey ho. We're not going to complain as we power out of turn 7 now. And towards the lap, we go towards turn 11 now. Something's going about, and we have a safety car, guys.
Has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
The strange thing about this is no one's retired, so I've no idea what's going on there.
Safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
We know the rules, Jeff. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
The safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
So, I think for the second time in this career mode, we've got control of the safety car restart. So, this is going to be tricky. Sorry, it's the third because we got 2 safety cars in Hungary, which we led the pack. This is unusual though, because we're definitely not in the quickest car. Who's to say if we got the best strategy? The strategy screen said it wasn't, but hey ho. So, the trigger thing for me was here, how do I get off? Because there aren't many references from real life, apart from maybe in the 2012 race, for where to launch, because this isn't really a race which has historically produced many safety cars. I mean, Abu Dhabi 2016, the last title decider that went to the final race in F1 in real life, well, that went green all the way, which allowed Hamilton to play his tactics, which he was right to do so, in my opinion. Anyway, getting ready for the safety car restart. When we're going to launch, we're going to launch anytime soon. We're going very slowly now. We're thinking about it, and we're going to jump right now as we now head into turn 19. We're taking that very nicely and beautiful. And now into turn 20. A little bit squirmish on entry, but we're alright. We're seeing track limits on the exit. Yes, that is naughty. As Jeff reminds us that we are back to green. And yes, here we are on lap 4, heading towards turn 1 now. Understeering just a little bit, so that allows Dragon to keep close, but he ain't going to be able to pass. It's not one of those corners that can really pass because it's so medium speed and the braking zone is so short. Anyway, we are struggling through 3 and 4, so Raikkonen's on that back as we're heading to 5. We're a little bit tentative into 6 because it has been a while since we've got into there at full speed. A few laps, of course. Now through 7 and launching out, and we're getting very good traction out of there, so that's quite impressive. And our upgraded engine combined with our low aero, so I think I'm running 1.6 wings if I'm not mistaken. We're flying down the straight. We're actually competitive in a straight line, which actually feels great. So we're heading to 8 and now into turn 9. Raikkonen was overlapping there as we now head through 10, but it's all good. We need not worry. So, straight line speed. That's going to be a boon to our arrow. So there's some saying that I've mixed up. I'm sorry. As we go right through turn 19, as Raikkonen took a look there, in the head through 20, I think he gave us a little push there. I'm not so sure. But we notice now Verstappen has been passed by Ocon. It's not really working well for Verstappen so far as we set the fast lap of the race there. And then DRS is enabled onto lap 6 now. And we notice it's Max Verstappen who's setting the fast lap of the race. Our pace is really slow, but as you'll have seen from the 2016 title decider, it's not really a place where you can overtake even if you try not to officially create the situation, as Hamilton found out in his world title loss. Anyway, Raikkonen tries to overlap there through the 8, 9, 10 complex, but it wasn't happening. As we now head through 19 thanks to the cutscene, and now to turn 20. I must admit, sector 2 we're flying, but sector 3 we were struggling. So it's more like the 2011 Mercedes. We're quick in the straight line bits, but we're slow everywhere else. And Hamilton sets the fast lap of the race. I think that the Mercedes are coming through quite quickly because he wasn't exactly that far behind, and we are a bit slow. So it's still us, Raikkonen and Ocon. They are keeping us honest. To be honest, we are holding them up, but they're just not quick enough in the right place. If it was the other way around, well, we were quick in sector 3, but they were quicker in sector 2, I think we're going to be in trouble here. But the way we've set up the car and the fact that we've upgraded our power unit to be respectable, but this is stronger than the baseline Ferrari engine in this game now. I'm not far off the upgraded Ferrari engine in this career mode, so they tend to put a couple of updates. The Ferrari team seems to be the quickest team in terms of upgrading their power unit. And we now know it's down lap 9. Ocon has made his stop, so Verstappen is the one who is now in P3. And Raikkonen is keeping us absolutely on our toes here. Hulkenberg, that's the fastest lap of the race. That's probably suggests to us we are keeping the field nice and tight. Almost too slow. Because that's a Renault, a midfield team, who are setting the fastest lap of the race. Yes, there are pit stops going on, of course, but that's a sign that, you know what, as we decide to pit on lap 10, which was our strategy, we are actually holding up the field. It's not like Lewis Hamilton in the 2016 Decider, where he was doing that intentionally. We're just slow. We're just slow. There's nothing more to it. As we head for our pit stop on lap 10 now, there will be some undercuts going as Palmer is in P3. Don't get dizzy, guys. Anyway, Verstappen has folded us in as well. So, is there some thinking there? I think that's a set of prime tyres for Verstappen. But we're going to the qualifying tyre, committing to the 2. And away we go now. And Vettel's at the fastest lap of the race. Yes, I know we kept the lead in the first stint, but winning? Can we really pull that off? I'm not so sure. As we now head under the pit lane tunnel, which is one of the funky things about the Asmarina circuit. As we power out, looks like we're in P10. Looks like Hamilton's in a massive undercut. He was nowhere to be seen nearly other than saying that fastest lap. Suddenly he's ahead of us. Anyway, as we head towards turn 11 now on that lap, we notice that there is a little bit of the train going on there. But we need to go purple in sector 2. A little bit of the train, what? Hamilton and a Ferrari. Well, man, there is the train now on lap 12. That's the train I meant. As we see Magnussen who's behind us, but I think he's yet to make a stop. But anyway, towards turn 11 now we go on lap 12. And it appears that one of the corks in the bottle, Lance Stroll of all people, has locked up and he's lost several places. It's a hard place to overtake. Yet alone trying to overtake a Williams, which it still has the baseline 2017 Mercedes engine. Mercedes and Fossin have not touched their engine at all this season, which enabled us to stay close enough into turn 16 and steal the place from Stroll. As we get a 1 for exceeding trail limits, but we had to do it. It was worth it. As we now head towards lap 13 now. As we now go into the turn 7 hairpin, as I try and spit some English out. I'm struggling today. It's a hot day of day recording. It's the 27th of July, and in Britain it is bloody hot right now. As we enter the DRS zone, deploying it behind Hamilton does have it as well as the Ferrari in front of him, and whether that may be. As we now brake towards turn 8, and we're going to take a look. Breeze just about held the line. We're going to do the cutback. Behrman, he will have DRS, but we traction up Behrman 9, and now through 10. We're going to be going side by side as we head down towards turn 11 on the support pit lane strip. We've just got a few more legs. I can't believe we've got more power than the best Mercedes. Well, we don't, that we have better straight line speed, and there we go. Hamilton has to settle for P4. I see it's Raikkonen on the prime tyres in front, and I think that must be Vettel in the lead by powers of deduction. As we now head to lap 14, which will be the halfway point of the race if you are a eagle-eyed mathematician, unlike myself, should I say, because my degree's going to be rubbish when I get mine. Don't be like me if you're a student. That's my advice to you. And we're still P3. To be honest, the way things are going is we get another 1 for exceeding track limits. This race, there was nothing really going on at this point because the Ferraris were streaking ahead and we were keeping Hamilton behind because we're quick where it counts. Think about how he held up Rosberg in the 2016 real life race. It was quick through sector 2, it was reasonably quick through sector 1 while pushing it, and in sector 3 that's where he would dawdle. We're not doing that intentionally, of course, but it's similar how he's working out. We're keeping him behind where we can, and we're able to stay strong in sector 2 to avoid the attack, even though he is getting DRS lap after lap after lap after lap. But on lap 15 now, we notice I think he's made a pit stop. Yes, he has. And Vettel's coming in as well. I think they're both going for options, so they're going quality options. So basically, it's our strategy mirrored. And nothing was going on there. As now lap 20, we make our pit stop. Honestly, nothing was happening. Raikkonen was still churning quicker laps than us. Verstappen, we were losing him, but that's because he was on the prime tyre in a slightly slower car this weekend. Yeah, it feels weird to be saying we're slightly quicker than the Red Bull. The McLaren is in our hands, anyway. Probably time we should have raised difficulty, but what are you all going to do as we lead the pits now? P7 looks like it's going to be P8, maybe. Yes, it is. These qualies, by the way, they've gone through a heat cycle, but that's nothing to be worrying too much about. As we head out of the pits now, and yes, we are still in P8, but with 8 laps to go, we're going to try and make a move as soon as possible because we do have prime side runners in front of us. This is for keeps, so as we got purple in sector 2, we do have to pass these guys. This is for real. So we better make a move very quickly as we now head through 12 and 13, and yeah, there's 13 now, and now powering out Heading towards turn 14, 15 and 16 into the hotel section. Looks like we're going to have a run on the sides maybe. Yes, are we going to take him? Yes. But he's going to hand it round the outside, which comes inside for 17. We do have a bit of contact. Maybe should have backed up. Maybe should have given him more room. Not the case. Hard but fair racing. And now it's P7 as we head through turn 6. Now looking into turn 7. Perez is behind Palmer. Palmer is putting on an impressive performance here. He's doing very well. But he's going to have to fend off a dear ass freight train with the Mercedes powered Forcino Perez and their upgraded VTEC Honda powered McLaren. There is no VTEC really, but we'll just say this VTEC. I mean, look at Perez heading downwards turn 8, and we've got Palmer too. Lovely jubbly. Up to P5 now. The guys in front, that's the 2 Mercs and that's the 2 Ferraris. Yes, Hamilton isn't that far ahead, but even on used options, he's going to be quicker than us in these qualies. Surely, you'd have to think. Surely. But we've kept Palmer behind. That's lovely jubbly. Apparently we were on track for the fastest lap there, but that just wasn't happening. Anyway, not a lot was going on in our race, other than the fact that Verstappen actually got passed ahead. Oh, I do apologise. Where's Bottas? Was Bottas one of the guys that's retired? So much time attention I paid when I edit videos, I'm sorry. But yeah, so it's Hamilton, Verstappen and the 2 Ferraris. Raikkonen has won the race simply because he was on quali prime rather than quali option that Vettel was doing. But yes, that's it for F1 2017 career mode as we head through turn 20. P5, you know what, that's a decent result. It couldn't really hurt for better, really.
Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
So there we are. We do miss out on our chance to steal P4 on the championship because Val finished ahead of us and we needed to win the race for a start too. Oh well, Palmer finished at P7, so that's strong. President eventually passed, which is not very surprising. In the championship now, yes. A very healthy P5, yes. 23 points behind Bottas ended up being, and quite far ahead of Ricciardo. Fernando finished P12 in the championship. Sainz, annoyingly, in the Spanish duel, managed to pass him. So yes, he's not even top Spaniard. And in the constructors, sad with the old team not to score points. Not a great surprise. But Williams on 29 points in 9th. It's almost systematic of their struggles that are having in real life this year in 2018. But yes, that's a very safe P4. We didn't catch Red Bull. We needed Fernando to perform, and we didn't perform well enough anyway. So yes, we're now going to look at the results. Let's see where we actually ended up. It's already put our extra points on, I've noticed. But you're going to see something very annoying happens when with 2,995 points. 5 points off another potential upgrade, which is annoying. And we get an extra 2,341 for our performances this season, which we're heading to next. And rather with Kvyat, where we'll leave it at 13.5. Which is another place to play off. And all the teams love us. All the teams love us. That is good. And the career score, this is going to be our final score. I don't quite know what this means. I don't think I've paid much attention to it. I don't think there's much need. So anyway, the Asian appears that she wants to speak to us again.
Quick question. How are you here? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, I hope so. But, you do have some other options if you're up for a new challenge. Let me just grab the door. I had a call from another team a few weeks ago. And, well, things have moved on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you. You don't have to do anything with them, but let me know what you think.
Okay, so it's going to be curious where we get offered. McLaren Honda, but also the big 3 teams actually are interested. Now, there is going to be no second season of this career mode because there is no point being so close to F1 2018. But if I were to count this career mode, there'd only be one choice. Yes, Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull are clearly superior teams, but our project was going along very strongly, and I think into season 2 we'd have made a good effort with having a very strong engine with the potential upgrades that we could have made. So yes, I can tell you now, had there been a second season I'd have stayed with McLaren Honda. There was absolutely no doubt in my mind that's what I was going to do, and the team congratulates for having a fantastic season, being 5th in the drivers, 4th in the constructors. I don't think there was much we could have done really other than that, so I'm quite satisfied with the way it's gone. As we now look at, this is the R&D upgrades we decided to make eventually. I'd rather not show you the tree because that'd take too long. So our favourite was turbo pressure, get that ultimate upgrade done, so we don't have to wait for 6 weeks. Get the fuel consumption done. With the ECU, you know, we've invested time in the power unit, so why not make the power unit better in all ways? Have more power while using less fuel. And eventually we correct the under tray upgrade, as we now look at our progress tree, well, progress graph should I say, for the season. Yes, obviously you see that we didn't do many upgrades until I think it was Canada where we got our first upgrade, which was very lovely indeed. And we've eventually come to the front of the second of the midfield, because Force India, well, Force India, you know what they were like in 2017, way in the middle of nowhere. So yes guys, that's been F1 2017 career mode. I appreciate you all watching. It's been a pleasure to take this on. It's my first ever career mode that I've finished a season of, so feel proud of me, because F1 2016 only did episode 1. Yes, which says a lot really, but yes, you can see our results for the season. We've been very impressive. As long as we don't do live commentaries, we're alright. So I think for F1 2018, certainly for the least, at the beginning, we'll stick to post-coms. I think post-coms where it's at. Well, it helps when you can edit out your mistakes, obviously. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you for F1 2018, whenever that'll be. Thank you very much, and goodbye.